Alrighty. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Doc from North America. It's another fun-filled day, and here we go. Let's just double-check the sound. Let me put this over here. Let's check and see how it is. Yep, there it is. I hear me. It is I, Doc. All right. There's the dollar index. You can see that to start off with at the morning. And you can see our beta right there. Where's that mouse at? Right there. Next to the J4X, you can see that 105.46. Little bump on the upside here this morning. You can see that. Right there, you can see we have pushed into the, I guess it's like, in this case here, the beta picked it up a little bit earlier, right there with Mountain, you know. The Mountain, see, we have the MWP, Mountain West, Pop? Or it should have been Top, maybe. Maybe we need to put a T in there. Let's fix that. Mountain West Top. There it is. Dun, da, da, da. Go like this. Lowercase. Top. Mountain West Top. That's what that is. The MWT Top. And you see here, we went into the sell the following day. And the pressure was on. You can see we were in a weekly sell on the old platform. Oh, you're not seeing it. Let's show it to you. You see, order accepted, execute. Okay, cool. Order, cool. Dismiss. All right. You can see right there the Mountain West Top. And for those who are listening to the video in the future, it's one of our visitors that comes into the trading pit here, the cyber trading pit, and we talk about markets. And you can see with daily sell for a couple days. You see right here, it is trying to kind of get going again. It's lifting up. Let's widen that a little bit. Where's the widening device right there? You can see it's trying to lift up today. Seeing the same thing in J4X, how it's lifting up when we turn off the hinkies. You'll see it right there. Upsy daisy. It's upsy daisy. Yes, indeed. And so whoop, cancel. And so that's popping up just the same way here. You can see we're at 19 basically, or 18.99. Let's say 19. And it's at 22. So it's still in the sell here. The pressure's still on, but we're getting the little lift here. Yesterday we started to get it. We got it again today. And you see that weekly, which is 2 weeks in a weekly sell. This is the second week. Over on our beta, it's 3 weeks in a sell. And the pressure is on. And what else we got going on over there? You can see a couple days in the sell here. So things are been smoothed out. My son has finally put some work into it and fixed the middle chart more. So we're happy about that. Gonna go with the tea again. Tea and crumpet. There we go. So that's a dollar index. It has made that top here. Hard to say if it doesn't go back to visit again. I kind of don't think so, but we just follow the math. And the end result, we follow the math. Boy, that tea went down well. This morning they're pricing in for a Fed cut in May again. And they're pricing in maybe a full percentage point, not a full percentage point, but a percentage point over that time period. So there could be, some quarter point decreases from May of 24 and then possibly like July of 24 and then from July of 24, maybe to August 24 and then from August 24. Is that 3? I think that was 3. And then a fourth one going into late September. Right for the election. Perfectly for a presidential election. Sounds perfect to me. So I kind of like that scenario. I mean, in other words, I believe that scenario is going to happen. So we'll see. And so that's one of the reasons I kind of doubt in some ways that we'll see the 107s. It's a double top there. Oh, no, you can't see that. Let's do that again. All right, there's a double top there. And that's what Mountain West was talking about, the double top. And, there it is. It's Down, 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 down. All right. From there, we jump over to, let's see, we move from the dollar. We'll go take a look at the euro. Let's take a look at the euro this morning. There it is right there. See that strength there? Same situation. Let's go over and check it out on this screen right here. Oh, there it is right there. You can see the euro is backing off a little bit, just like over here. It's backing off. And you can see, dismiss. And someone got filled. Janos. Let's see. From there, you see the fast is at 81.8. Slow at 75.5. So it's still in a bullish mode, moving up just like here. We're in the buys. We're in the daily buys. And then we can go over to 6, the futures contract. Right there. 6EF. That's the futures. Oh, maybe I did. Oh, look at it. It did change. Let's do it this way too. There we are. And so you can see here, there's the euro. It's trying to back off a little bit, same as the action we're seeing here. And this is probably starting to begin. There's at 81 versus 76. And then when we turn off the hinkies, you see the action more. But remember, those hinkies are there to emulate our dots, so trying to give you a flavor of it. Come on, turn off. Turn off. There it is. Yep, see, it's breaking down too. Yesterday it was a little weak again. That's why the dollar index is trying to move up. And, it makes sense to me, in the sense that we know that the bonds, let's take a look at let's just quickly run over to the 30-year bond market and show you what's going on there. Right there. You see, it's tried to back off the last couple of days. You can see from that peaking area there. And it's kind of trying to back off just a little bit. Nothing major. It's still fighting to get into a daily buy. It's cleanly through. Last week it did it on the, I'm sorry, not daily, weekly buy. The fast did it last week, but it didn't do it. The slow is just joining in this week. And we'll see how that plays out the rest of the next couple of days. Today's only Tuesday. So. From there, let's go back to the currency again, and we'll take a look at that euro and look at some of the other currencies. Now, remember, traders, if you want to look at something through the eyes of our mathematics, just let us know, and we'll dissect it, put it up there, and take it apart. Go with whatever you're interested in looking at. So, I think I'll have a sip of tea as we go between the euro and the GBP. There we go. Let's put GBP on J4X. Same situation. It's been breaking down the last couple of days. Put the hinkies on. It will turn over the next couple of hours. Over here. Window. Right there. Same situation. It's trying to head down. Same thing, but it's still green. It's in the buy. It's not letting go. Our weekly's looking the same way. It's staying in the buy. And then, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's go take a look at, that's the euro, which has been in the weekly buy in the futures contract for 3 weeks now. Let's go check out the cable. Cable. And that is 6, what is it? 6, that's Swiss. We need 6G maybe? 6B? I always forget what that is. There it is, 6B. There we are. Same thing, 3 weeks in a buy, holding up firm. You can see the daily has been, it's been even, it's been a long ride with that too. Let's take this green line and move it over. You can see here, we're looking at, was that 3? We're looking at 7 days in a buy. And over on our beta platform. It's the same thing. There's 7 days in a buy, looking good. Some strength, matching up. All that upside pressure, which meant that they were lowering interest rates were going to come down, and they have. They've come down. We've seen a great move in the interest rate market, and gave power to the stock market that made them all happy. And what's interesting is when you think about it, the currencies usually do pick up the action a couple days ahead of time. The bonds join in, and then from the bonds, then the equity markets join in. And so it's definitely something we have seen for decades, how these markets function, and that is that the bonds and the currencies lead the rest of the planet, or the other assets on the planet. And I think when we go over and look at, let's just show you Bitcoin. I know we usually show you Bitcoin with the stock indices, but let's just show you that since I mentioned it out loud. And there's the Bitcoin. You can see there, same situation in a weekly buy way back, like 10 weeks ago. And when you go over and look at you look at the currencies here 10 weeks ago. Let's look at the cable 10 weeks ago. See, is that 10 weeks ago? That's the beginning of October, and we're in the middle. So somewhere's in here, where right around there, it started to develop the bottom. The cryptos started to turn up first. And let's do this. Same situation, went way back into up in here. So there's what is that? That is October 4th, and there is like October 4th right in here. You can see that, and then it found a way to climb, and it was in a weekly buy to begin with, so we weren't exactly happy to try to be short the product. And you can see the daily joining in, same type of action right there into that long buy, pushing into a sell from this little weakness, and then right back into the buy again. And now it's chopping back and forth. It's having that not sure if it wants to go or come, or and that's because it had a wonderful move almost up to 36, basically to 36,000 from 26,000, a 33% gain, which is a big number. All right, from there we will go to the Swiss. Slide the Swiss in there. Where is it? Right there. And we'll show you it over here on J4X. Right there. You see, it's been moving down. That's bullish against the dollar when it's moving down, and then had a little correction. And now let's see if we're going to go take out the lows here. Over here, you can see the same thing. Let's tighten it up a little bit, but basically the same thing. There's that top right there, and you can see what's fascinating with that. It really catches my eyes. Look at the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are having real problems staying inside its inside, which is really wild. Let me just double check that, because I want to see what property it's following. It's interesting there. Bollinger Band property, and that's it. It seems like it's following. Yeah, it's following the cash itself. What a wild move, huh? And I guess if we tighten it up, you see why it stepped out of its range so much. It was normal for a while. I mean, it was underneath when it was selling down. That's what's interesting, is it really made it clear that it couldn't even stay inside the range. Now it's finally getting back in. It's going back to normal. So it was really, the standard deviation expanded, which is fascinating. And, in our math, we were in a sell from, I guess we went into a sell here. We had a little correction for that little hump right there. And then we went right back into the sell a day later, and another ride down, and just when people probably thought that with the standard deviation it was going to try to turn up, it couldn't. Then we went into the buy here. Then we knew it was going to turn up, and it did. And that's the way our math works, and that's why it's so fun to have competing. That's why we started doing this webinar. I wanted to compete with other people on the planet. I figured, do it out of Europe. And the end result is that you can see there the Bollinger Bands having their problems. The standard deviation itself. Now our manifold is these two mirror image lines here are a standard deviation to our formula. So basically, they're the competitor to Bollinger Band. And so you can see here when they tighten up like that, it tells you some action is really coming. And we were in a daily buy here with our signal itself, with the histogram and the green line, and you can see it just catapulted up and away. Interesting. It never really touched the blue line. It got overbought at all, and then we dropped under that midline, and we went into the sell, and you can see the work here on the weekly pushing down. But this way, we like to compete, win or lose. We like to compete, and that's what we do here. We've set up a system for J4X to show you how close that you can get to matching our math, about a 68-69% chance, and it's a little delayed in time more than anything else. And then you can see when we put the big guns up there, as you can say, like Bollinger Band or MACD or anything anybody asks for, our math always outperforms them. So it's always fun. I mean, when you have something that works that well, it's always enjoyable to not only just trade it, but to compete and show that other work, how sloppy it can be. People try to go to me and go, do you ever use the MACD? And I go, yeah, but it's kind of slow. And I go, oh no, it's the best of all. It's like, well, put it against my math, we'll see. And we do it here live, and for years we do it live here. And and I can't fudge it because it's recorded, and I have no power over that. So it's a total arbitrator in a sense. Tea in the morning. So that's the Swiss, and that's interesting to see the way the Bollinger Bands got twisted from it all. All right, what else do we have? We can go to, where do we go from here? We go to the yen. Let's check out the yen, see what the yen's up to. I'll put it up on J4X. Yen, dollar yen, right there. Wow, put some range into that, didn't they? That's very close to the 45-year high. It's only a couple, 14 ticks, to 20 ticks off. That's it, just 20 ticks off. And you can see here, they're starting to show some strength again. Let's see, where's our... you can see the fast is at 36.6. Slow's at 40. So it's still in the sell here. We'll see if this turns into a red again or as it keeps on lifting. And we'll go over here. Right there. You see it's trying to turn up also. You can see our algorithm is trying to get up. Let's go like so. See it right there. It's trying to get going through the zero line. All we need to do is lose that red dot. We're in the weekly, you can see there. So it's not letting go on the weekly, that's for sure. Let's check it out. That would be 6J, I think it is. Now, remember, in the United States, traders, our futures contract that we're using at the moment until we get the full Dukascopy system running data feed into our system, which then we're going to offer to Dukascopy clients for free. Yeah, free, because they're giving us the data. We'll give the clients access to this platform and a couple products. Yeah, we'll give you a couple products free with no problem. And you can always change them around. All right, what do we got from there? Let's go to there it is, 6J. And so, you got this. You see let's see, so this is the inverse to this. There it is. So in other words, this whole thing is inverse related compared to the cash here and in our other platform. And once we start getting a data feed from Dukascopy, we will get rid of these futures contracts and just have the cash. And then we'll try to go from there to an intraday system. Again, how'd you like that one? Intraday. That's right. We'll give you one intraday product you can play with. I think that's the best trade-off. This way Dukascopy gets something out of it. We get something out of it. I'll have to talk to Giannis about that again once he gets back from War College. All right. From there we go to... Where do we go to? We go to... let's see. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the yen, which, again, that's another one like the Swiss. Both of them have us surprised. Because we look at both of those as kind of like leading products. They're some of the top currencies in the world. The yen is the second most active currency in the world after the euro, and then the Swiss, which is the number 5 most active currency in the world. So goes euro. First there's the dollar, then it's the euro. From the euro, it is the British pound. From the British pound, it is the Canadian dollar. And from the Canadian dollar, it is the Swiss. And from the Swiss, it is the kroner. So let's go to the active laboratory, the euro Turkish lira. See what they're doing with that this morning. I mean, it's threatening all-time highs again. The economic experiment goes on. As the beat goes on. As the economic experiment goes on in Turkey, President Erdogan has been, former Prime Minister Erdogan has been running this experiment on Turkey for now almost 10 years. He's moved his currency. He's devalued his currency so that more equity will come into the country, and so it's gone from 1 to 30, or in this case, you're threatening 31. And so this economic experiment that he's doing is live for us to watch and see. And with inflation anywhere between, some say it's 61% in Turkey, and some say it's as high as 160%. I'm not there, I can't tell, but either one of them is a toughie. I can say that because, in the States here, we have 5 and 6% inflation, and we don't like it. Me not likey. But, to have inflation at 61%, let's take the low number because we wish well on the people of Turkey. So take the low number of 61%. Me definitely not likey. Definitely not. All right. And so there's the Turkish lira. What else can we do? We get it up on J4X right there. There it is. Look at that. It's gone from 28. What's that? That is October 6th. 1 month. It's gone from 28 to almost 31. What's that? 30.62? Is that 82? 62. Or 30.6. Wow. What an experiment. It's like the Spanish Inquisition. It's like, let's see if we torture them, they'll tell us the truth. I don't know. It's got that look to it. It's like, it does remind me of the Spanish Inquisition of 1492. Oh my God. All right. From there, we move over to where do we go from there? We go over to we got something here. We go to the number 1 brick in the world. Let's check out the number 1 brick in the world. There it is. Right. There you go. All right, there it is. And so it's very clear here. The South African rand, as it goes down, and it's been falling down since, October 5th, that same base, area, we have gold. Let's slide over to gold. There you go. And there is right there at that bottom, right there. And gold ran from the 1830 area, 1825, something like that, and had climbed all the way up to 2000, went up 175 points, and we're still playing with this base that we see in here. We're in a second day of a sell when it comes to gold, but we're in that weekly buy. You can see the fast is breaking down. We're hesitant to believe that this is the end of the metals complex. I just think that they're taking profits, and as we would say, a dead cat bounce. For the sellers at the moment, and we'll see how long that lasts. If it, where they break it down. You can see we're in a daily sell. If we get into the weekly sell, then we're going to start to be more concerned. That will start to make us believe that this is over with. But until we do, we just think this is just background noise. And the dailies keep you protected, so it's not bad. I mean, if you were following the math, you would be hedged for this move today, so that's no problem. All right, and if you want to understand that more, just ask, and we'll go deeper into it. All right, from there, we go over and look at silver. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to save the gold. Save the gold. Be the gold. Let's be the gold. There we are. There we go. Now, from there, we'll go over to silver. And there's silver. Silver is trying to get into the sell. Missed it yesterday. It did close down below here. That's why the line is there and all like that with no problem. Because that's where it was sitting last night. We had it anticipating that it would go down because it closed underneath the sell. But the thing is, we're in a weekly buy, as you can see down at the bottom. It's the second week starting at the weekly buy. And it has that same base type thing going on right here, It's just lower. Whereas, gold took out many, many months of highs. Silver is not. Silver is really limping along. It really can't seem to get its little game together, All right. Excuse me. So from there, from there, what else do we do here? We go to I want to save the silver. That's what I want to do. Let's save the silver. Put them in those coffee cans that we bury on the farm here. We're going to save the silver. All right, now from there, we go to copper. The look into China. Ooh, there's a wild swing. It's been a daily buy for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days now. And then all of a sudden, smack-a-doodle. The interesting part is it's been in that weekly sell now. 2, 4, 6. This is going on an 8th week. We're finally trying to get into the buy. So this is going to be an interesting little battle back and forth. And we'll throw the red line up in there because it's trying to get into a daily sell. And, there was a good article this morning on China. They have their currency now linked to the dollar. So the yuan is linked to the dollar. And awful hard to become the world reserve currency if you can't, be independent. I can say that much. Also, the liquidity is so dramatically low. I mean, only 2.5–3% of the currency trades in a day. So it's the best way of looking at China is usually through copper, because at least it floats more. It's a much more floating entity, and there's no doubt that China keeps it pumped up. That's for sure. It's the gold of China. Copper is, and so everybody buys copper and they can trade it and play with it. You can tell that things were so abusive about it is that in the banks that store copper and gold and silver, they found copper to be lead painted over copper. Painted over lead. Copper painted over lead. So it's the gold of China without a doubt. I mean, who talks about taking, was that $3.66 a pound and faking it? Yep, that's it right there. So, yep. There you go. Now, last one we look at is platinum, which was really a surprise. I cleaned up some of the math in it, and yesterday I pushed it into a sell, but now we see it actually went into a sell here, and this little pop never got through. -7, see plot one, it's white, and the little box below, this box going like that. Oh, what do we got here? I think I see Janos talking. Cool. Include it in your notice routine. Let's see. Oh, let's see what that is. Guys, we need to start doing something. Include it in your routine. Before you start the stream, look up yesterday's video for comments. Oh, excellent. I like that. How do we... I guess I go... I'll do that. Me. I can do that right now. Let's go check it out. Let's see. Where do I go? I can do that. I like that idea. I didn't realize they could make comments. I think that's fantastic. Let's go check that out. Comment. Let's see, YouTube. Let's see. 2 years ago. No, where's Doc? There's Doc. And live trading Doc 111. No, 2, 2, 3. There it is, 6. All right, let's see what the comments were. I can quickly scan down it. That'd be neat. But I'll do that more. I don't see any comments yet. All right, maybe I have to skip that. Let's see. Promo SM. Add 1 comment. That's it. Lucy in the sky. She just put a thumbs. I can't even tell. Oh, was that a heart? I think I got a heart out of that. That's so nice. Thank you, Lucy. Doc did the first person. So yeah, that's that is cool. That is cool. Yeah. Okay. So, but I'll check that before I do my webinars now. That's the way I can address them. I like that. Me likey that. Let's see. I guess if I hit play, can I move it fast? No, I guess not. Okay. Let's just get rid of that and that. Okay. We'll have to go through that and explore. It's a quiet morning, Janos. How you doing? We have coming up on the rate that we neglect the person asking questions. Oh, yeah. I'll definitely check daily. I can do that. Me likey that. I love answering questions. They can be from yesterday, today, whatever. So, yeah, I'll start checking every day. I might even check in the afternoon and then check again in the morning. So I catch it a couple times in like the last half hour before the webinar. I'll check it again to see if there's any other comments. But so far, that last one just showed a heart. I got a heart. That's cool. Me got a heart. All right. Where are we at, traders? We are at... Let's see, where are we at? That was platinum. Let's save it. Okay. From there, we go to, we've done the 4 metals. And so from the 4 metals, let's go over to the energy sector. See what's going on in energy. Energy. Let's see, there is Canadian. Let's put Canadian up there instead of South African Rand. There it is right there. See, it's a little bounce going on right there. Let's check it out over here. You can see it's doing the same bounce there. It's still in a minus, but we've been in that weekly buy for about, what's that, going on a 6th week now. Hasn't really gone up much, but it's kind of curious, and the whole idea is that you can see here, it since August, it has gone up. Can you see that? Let's see. From August, right there. From August, the thing has gone from the 132 area to the 139 area. August, September, October. It was that the beginning of August or the end of August? The end of that's July. So that's the beginning of August. Going from the 132 area all the way up to the 139 area. So August, September, October, and now we're in November. So 3 solid months. Now we go and look at energy, which is very confusing because energy usually kind of Canadian and energy seem to march together pretty well against the dollar. But in this case here, buckus, as we would say in football, buckus. I mean, you can see here, energy went from 70. Let's move it over a little bit more. So it went from the, was that like the 78 area, 80 area? Let's say 80 area. It went from the 79 area right there. There's a close of 78.51 and so forth. And there's a close there of 78.28. Let's say the 79 area all the way to the, what is that? That's the 90, almost 92 area. So it went $14 up. And Canadian didn't drop. Canadian stayed high, which is really odd and curious in its own right. It just should have never done this move in the same time period. It should have been the other way. It should have broken, gone down like that. Instead, it went up. In other words, they started selling Canadian. And then you can see here, we have the crude oil. This is the West Texas Intermediate. You can see it tried to bounce up again up to the 90 area, and that was just over the last 4 weeks. Or 3 weeks, something like that. And you can see again, the Canadian marched up until 4 days ago. It went the wrong way again. And it's been very odd action out of Canadian. So, because of that, we've been seeing that too for I don't know, 6-7 months. The Canadian is definitely moving in a different wave or frequency or theory. I don't know. Ever since Trudeau started doing some really strange economic stuff, it's become more like 60-40 accurate. Whereas before Trudeau started doing all that socialist stuff, it was literally after he lost what happened. His party lost the election, so the parliamentary system, he paired up with the communists and the socialists to be able to have power, and so. It kind of forced, I don't know, it changed the economics, and the currency doesnn't act as it did before. He kind of, what do they call it, like a minority government he has, something like that. And he does a lot of things very aggressively to keep them happy. So he keeps power. And that's why the currency doesn't seem to be matching the oil market anymore. It seems to be maybe it's at best 60 or 70% of the time. All right, so from there, let's go over to let's go to look at Brent. See what Brent oil on our platform does for it. See, right. We'll find it in a sec. Excuse me, right there. And there is the December contract. And let's shift it over to here. And there it is. You can see it's been moving down since the 97 area. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of water. There we go. So, let me just get my cheating glasses on and see. That is the 97 area. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, no, it's 92 area. So Brent up here in the 92 area at the beginning of September. It has rolled over once and then came roaring back up. So it went from 92 to 82 right here. Where's that mouse at? Right there. You see we went into the daily sell. This is our beta. We went to the weekly sell, and the pressure's been there ever since. Now, last week, it flirted. It went into the weekly buy. But it was in the daily. It's been in the daily sell, so you couldn't take it. There was no way of getting long. Unfortunately, fortunately, it was, it read it right, so that's cool. It's nice to be right. As we used to say on trading floors, I'd rather be lucky than smart. And in this case here, the math did a fine job. It kept us out of trouble. But But that's exactly what's going on here. As you can see how, it's back again down into the sell. And over on West Texas, you can see right here. Nope, that's not it. There you go. Yeah. It didn't get into it did not. It went back into the weekly sell last week. It was 2 weeks ago. It jumped into the buy for a little bit and lasted only a day and went right into the daily sell, so you couldn't get beat up by it. And it's been going down ever since it went into the daily sell there in the 80. It was at 82 area, 82.59, 82.60, and now we're trading at 79.11. So it's been pressuring down ever since the 82 area, and we're in the sell, so it's not bad. It's doing its job. The math is doing the job. What it's supposed to do. What to do, what to do, what to do. All right. So from there, we go over to, let's see, what else we got going on here. Let's go to Nat Gas. See what Nat Gas is doing. Let's see, natural gas. There you are. Hamas was shooting the public again. Far out. Oy, oy, oy. Who wants to vote for guys like that? All right, so there is Nat Gas on the top. Let's put Nat Gas over here. There you go. You can see here the pressure is on Nat Gas too. It went into the sell yesterday. We'd been in a weekly buy, and it kind of hung up here. It was like that big basing thing that was going on with gold and all these other things. They were all trying to do some type of base. We'll see how much they knock this down. I mean, we are going into the winter, and here we are now going after $3.15 a cubic increment, cubic yard. So, and we were in the weekly buy, and they took it up from the 320 area all the way up to the 370 area. And now it's just been really sloppy, and they did the same thing as Brent. They drove it back up just like right there where Brent had gone flying up. And then it rolled over again. Let's see if we can point that out. There we go. Yeah, same move, that same maneuver following together. So, natural gas, which here we are going into the winter, you would think that there would be some more life in it, but there isn't. What else can we say about all that? I guess not much. What we do from here is we deviate, and not deviate, but we go over to we go to a stock. We look at a stock, a Spanish company. It's an energy company. It's one of the best to be able to get a flavor of what's going on in Europe when it comes to the natural gas on a chart. It's very hard to get natural gas data out of Europe. And you can see here, you see it's trading at 26.46, moving down towards the lower end of its small range. It got up to 27 there about 4 days ago, and it came from, it was interesting, at one point it came from the 25.60 area and rallied up no more than 2.5 weeks ago with that same bounce right there. But now it's rolling over like natural gas is rolling over. You can see that right there. And this is the gas stock itself. And then we can, over on our new platform, right, where are you? We have that stock, and you'll be able to see it through the eyes of our mathematics, which is always nice, Right there. There we go. And we're going to put that up right there. And you can see there. It had that same bounce, and now it's starting to play with the sell side. But look, it's been in a sell since here. You see that? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days back. It's been in the sell since right there. 4, and I think that's right there. And then you can see the weekly It climbed into the weekly buy, and it's starting to break down, but it still hasn't broken into the weekly sell. But just like we have right here, it's trying to do it here now, after trying to get into it. So we're going to, like I said, the winter months are coming. It's always interesting to see them sell the natural gas. Everybody thinks, oh my goodness, they have to definitely have natural gas contracts, because winter is coming. Winter is coming. All right. So from there, do. We go to, let's see, where do we go? We go to, let me think. We go to the stock indices. That's what it is. We go to stock indices. Unless someone wants to see something, energy or currency, or you miss something, we can go back to it. Trust me, I have no problem looking at anything, anytime, twice, and 3 times. You never know. All you get is long answers or short answers from me. That's about it. So let's go to the stock market itself. Right there. You can see it's really kind of stalled. I sold it down a little bit. There's the 200-day moving average that the institutions follow. It is flirting really softly with the weekly sell after getting into the weekly buy last week. And let's see, let's put it up on here. There we go. You see 3 weeks in a weekly buy. This thing, the what do you call it? The new beta had us in a weekly buy 3 weeks ago. This is the 3rd week starting now. You can see the daily buy was 6 days. Same thing here, 6 days. So looking better and better, Robin. The system is becoming much more cleaned up. Now we just get Nina on her advertisement. I talked to her last night. I have to talk to her again today and see if we can get something over to you. And then from there, what else? We got, we've got, you can see the, it'll be futures and not spot yet, and stocks. So that's not too bad. At least, we got something to battle with. And, we can do cotton and cocoa and sugar now too, which is kind of cool. All right. From there, you should let them know on Twitter that cotton and cocoa and sugar and stuff like that can be done through our system now. What else we go to at this point? We jump over to, that's the S&P 500. Let's take a look at the Tech 100 and see what the Tech 100 is up to today. There it is right there on J4X. Nope, that's not it. Let's try that one more time. All right, so you got here that, and then let's put it up over here. There's, you can see that right there. It's moving up nicely and it's holding firm. Just down a little bit, if anything, today, barely. Matter of fact, it's actually almost unchanged at this point. It was down 50, 60 points, 70 points at one point this morning. You can see the weekly's not even being challenged here. Let's see. And that's the Russell. Why am I having a problem getting the other one up? There it is right there. There's the Tech 100, looking very firm, very comfortable. And I think what we'll do is we'll drift over to the Russell. The Russell is definitely one of those canaries in the coal mine. Let's put it back up there again. Right there. You can see it's trying to lift. A little rolling over at the moment. You see the fast is at 78. Was that 78.9? And the other is at 87. So it's It's definitely underneath at the moment, showing pressure. Is that 78? Or is that 67? Yeah, so it's just rolling over a little bit when it comes to the on the J4X. Let's take a look at it here. Right there. Yeah, right there. You can see here it's trying to push into a sell today. You're seeing a little pressure. We're still not in the weekly buy. That's interesting. Now let's take a look at it through the J4X. I mean, not J4X, through the new beta. Oh no, you didn't even see it on there. Here, let me just show it. Did I show it? Yeah, I did show it to you right there. Yeah. So you see it there, and it's not going into a weekly buy at all still. Now let's put it up over here. Let's see. Is that it? That might be it. Let's see if it is. Nope. That is not it. Okay. Sometimes I should just put it up there first before I move over to it. There's the Nikkei. We can see the Nikkei. Let's see. Where is it at? I know it's here. We have it. It may be up at the... Oh, there it is. I just saw it. RTY. There we go. And you can see it's still holding on to the buy, and it's in the daily buy and the weekly. It's trying to climb into a weekly buy on our new algorithm, or not new algorithm, new platform. So we're seeing some decent strength coming out of that. So at least it's a positive to see that. It's a little lagging, but it's positive. It's positive. We'll see how they roll along. I have a hard time believing they can sell this market down. I don't care what happens around the world at this point. They'll sell it down, and before you know it, 4 hours later, it'll be flying back up again. So from there, what do we go to from there? I guess what we do is we try to figure out a name for this because it's time for me to get off. So we always dive off about 4 or 5 minutes before the end on this. We start at the top and go 55 minutes pretty solidly. And given times, we can go over if you need it. If someone's really hungry for... There we go. We got somebody. Timothy. Yo, Timothy. I would love to get a... What? That heart's blocking it out. Let me put a 1 in there so I can see what it is. There we go. Get a job. I would love to get a job. What kind of job would you like to get? Would you like to be a bus driver? Would you like to be a trader? Would you like to be a painter? Would you like to be a doctor? Would you like to be a dishwasher? What kind of job would you think about? What would make you feel good? What would make you interested in things? A job. Cool. Like Maynard G. Krebs and Dobie Gillis. Work! All right, traders. I'm waiting for Timothy to say, oh, here he is. Ha, 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 ha. A job from you that blank pay rent over here in Kenya. Huh? Let me find that heart is blocking it out. I'll find it in a second. Oh, here we go. Okay, haha. A job from you that will pay rent over here in Kenya. Okay. I don't know. You guys grow coffee, right? You could always pick beans. There's a good job over there. Don't they pick beans or stuff like that for the coffee? They have a really good coffee. I don't know what else Kenya does. They have runners. People run. I don't know what the government's like. Are you a capitalist society or a socialist one? I don't know. I know you're part of the Commonwealth, so that opens the doorway for you to go to throughout the Great Britain and the Commonwealth itself. There's some really great countries. I don't know. Are you into capitalism? Are you into socialism? What are you into? Let's see. Well, we'll let you answer that, and if I don't see the answer today, or I will see it today, I will. We can have this discussion tomorrow. How's that? So, happy trails to you until we meet again, which will be tomorrow. Happy trails to you to all our trading friends and Timothy. So, be smart, be safe, traders, and catch you on the flip side tomorrow on Happy the Hump Day. Ta-ta for now.